Hello students, and welcome to Capstone Completion Video 3.0. We will start our work in our methodology here with this video, giving you a little bit of an overview of what to expect, how to report what you plan to do, and other details that go into your creation of Chapter 3. Really, the goal of Chapter 3 is simply this. You want to explain the procedure to your study. What do you intend to do here? And there are a series of sections that need to be considered as you kind of go through this, and those are there in front of you here on this screen. Things such as the context of your study. We want to understand things like the academic setting. If you're doing something within a school, what do we need to know that's important, that sets the tone or gives us a little bit of background? Obviously, who are you testing? Are there participants that we need to know about, and what backgrounds and experiences are important with them? And it's also nice in this section to briefly tell us a little bit about yourself as the researcher here in this study. This is an important piece here, so we kind of understand your background, maybe a touch on what has led you to this point as well. Again, rather brief, but nonetheless, this is the one spot where you kind of tell us about yourself in this entire study. Obviously, we want to take a look at the procedures, the manner in which you're going to go forward with this. How do you plan to prepare this? What instrument have you decided to use, or what have you put together? Who have you spoken to? Those types of ideas are important. Some of you are going to have a series of data sources that you're collecting. If you're doing any sort of number crunching, the data sources are important, but also even in qualitative research, if it's applicable, we want to take a look at data sources, and we'll talk about that as we go forward in some of the videos. And then finally, the other portion here that's important are the ethics that go into your study. We want to make sure that we meet the highest level of ethical considerations when we do this, and you probably haven't been able to even get to this point in your study without the Institutional Review Board or the IRB looking at this. So we'll take another view real briefly at informed consent, as well as confidentiality that kind of goes into this as well. So some of these things may be a bit of review, but nonetheless important things as we kind of go forward. So once you're completed with your capstone project, one of the things that I always like to remind people is you need to remember to change your study to past tense. So as you work this process through, you will be writing this in likely future tense. This is what you intend to do going forward. Well, after you've been approved and you start going forward in this study, you'll actually conduct the research. You'll be doing that over time. And then you'll be talking about your results and what you found out in Chapter 4. Don't forget to go back in to Chapter 3 and change all of the things from what you intended to do to what you did. It's pretty simple, but oftentimes the researchers will, in a little bit of haste, forget to do that. So just a consideration and an encouragement. Don't forget to do that as you move forward. That will give you just a little bit of an overview here. You'll see several other videos that kind of break apart each of the points that are on our expanded outline that's in the Moodle section here. We'll go into greater depth as we move forward. Continued blessings on you.